Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks, worms and germs, and welcome to Cinemastrophe'S Cocktail Hour. I'm your host, Tahila Rocco, a.k.a. Don Perignon, a.k.a. Fish, a.k.a. The Doctor, a.k.a. Logan, a.k.a. half a dozen other names I went through over the years. With me is my co-host, the woman who is definitely the highlight of the show with her triumphant tales of misadventure that titillate and tantalize through her tenacious storytelling and tremendous tatas, Miss Robin Dubois.
They're still tremendous too.
I ran out of T words there. That was the last thing I had to come to mind. How you doing today?
I'm actually relaxed and chill. It was a nice day today. Wasn't bad. It wasn't spectacular. It was just chill.
I wouldn't know. I was inside all day. I would have been doing some real work, but somebody don't know how to put a child to bed.
No, oh
We
my
won't say
God.
who, but
Goodness gracious. So let me tell you real quick before he walks in through the door. So, the agreement now, when I do my podcast, I have to put her to bed or someone else has to watch her because he thinks I take forever with the podcast. So
well, isn't he the father? Shut the fuck up and watch your kid
now
for
he took
3
her out
hours.
for a stroll. So yeah, perfect timing. And literally while I was waiting for you, I heated up some wings. I finally washed my butt, heated up some wings, and was watching Fairy Tale. And then you rang a dang when I finished my last wing. Perfect timing. And then Saturday night, I was so good. I told my niece, we just came from like a communion reception. I had work, communion reception. The plan was to sleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock the latest. I told my niece, don't give her too much of that icy pop. I won't. She gave her too much of it. Kid was up till 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was tired as heck for work the next day. And then Sunday night, of
How do
course
you
she
let
wouldn't
your
go to
kid
sleep.
be up till 3 o'clock in the morning?
She wouldn't leave. Like, she
You
was
put
just
her in the crib, you
energized.
turn off the lights, and you close the door.
Yeah, so she was just up in the dark, just I like she'll lay down for a little bit, but then get back up. She didn't settle down until almost 3 o'clock in the morning. And then Sunday, when I came home, okay, set time. She was sleeping when I got home. Like, oh my gosh. So then she wakes up. So I'm like, is she gonna go to sleep 3 hours later? I'll try. Yeah, no. She
Does she
probably
have her
sleep
own
like
room?
nope.
I don't know.
Her dad goes out. He leaves for a few hours. Well, he goes to does Grubhub and stuff, and then it's just me and her. So we just lay in the dark. And
You
so
are
yeah,
gone. Where are you?
I'm in the living room.
Oh, your reception is bad.
Of course it is. Let me go upstairs. I'm really out of shape. Going up the stairs, I'm out of breath. Okay, but yeah, it's been the week before I on lock, but these variables being thrown at me. But yeah, and then I'm trying to think what happened for the rest of the week. I got notice at work that customers starting soon don't have to come in with the mask. They're going to do the honor system.
Yeah, I know. Because what are you going to do? Have someone there checking with a long line checking vaccines all day?
Yeah, I'm like the
For
honor
a
system.
vaccine
I
card?
remember
Nobody's going
I
to do
was
that. It's all going to be the
no
honor
one's gonna
system.
do that. Like, see how long that lasts in this country. Honor system. I'm like, you guys don't go by the honor system for anything else.
Everybody's going to go by the honor system because it's too much work to sit there and check every single person's card. So they're just going to assume that people walk in, have their vaccine, and that's it. Or they'll have someone ask, and the guy say yes, and then they'll walk in, and that's the end of it. That's all that's going to happen.
Yeah, we're not supposed to ask.
Oh, you see, you're not even supposed to ask. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I actually appreciate the social space because let me tell you, these people, they like to be in like up in your personal space and like, oh, I want to see what you're doing. You don't have to be in my breathing air. Like, it's so annoying. Say you're behind the counter, they want to stand next to you behind the counter. So I appreciate the social distancing so much.
That's why I didn't get COVID. I stay away from people.
My
I don't have
gosh.
to be all up in
So
someone's face to talk to them. I finished Castlevania.
I did too.
It
That was
sucked.
actually I it was a better ending. Well, I thought
No,
it was gonna
that
be
was the
some
whole thing.
dark, bleak ending.
The ending was stupid. The ending was so because fucking Death's motivations were dumb. It made
Yeah, I thought
no
that would have been
sense. It
as
made
a twist
no
that
sense.
he was death. Okay, okay, what a twist, that's death. But my okay, you just wanna be greedy?
No, that's not. That
You
doesn't.
just
No, it just makes no sense. If he feeds off of death, and then Dracula
why
wipes
would
out
he want
everybody at once, he'll have nothing left to feed off of. So this made absolutely no sense whatsoever. None. I was like, that's stupid. That ruined the whole fourth season. They should have stopped. What they should have did was season 1 and 2, Trevor Belmont, season 3 and 4, Simon Belmont, and call it a day. Just stick
that
to
have
the
been dope.
games. Just stick to the game stories.
They're
That's what we
probably gonna
wanted to
come out
see
with
anyway.
part two or something with exact timeline you said Simon Belmont, his son or something?
Yeah, Simon Belmont was his son or grandson, one of the two.
Right? That would have been dope if they did that.
Guess what they did with the games? As I said, just stick with
Yeah.
the games. They decided to try to make original stories, didn't know where they were going, and then ended it with the stupidest fucking ending ever because the villain's motivation made absolutely no goddamn sense.
It was unfulfilling. The villain was unfulfilling. Because it was an interesting twist that it was him all along. He wasn't just an idiot, but
Like, oh, I gotta kill, you gotta kill, oh, I gotta bring Dracula back
in a
to
hermaphrodite.
to to make all these. I don't even care about that, but you got to bring Dracula back to make a whole ton of death. But yet you had to make a whole ton of death to bring Dracula back. Couldn't death just feed off at all those people who just manipulated into murdering each other?
Well, that's just silly.
But I don't understand the protocol. Like, why
Just
was it necessary to create?
just manipulating wars. Couldn't he do that for the rest of his life or his existence? That way you continually can feed. It's like the
And if
motivations made no
Dracula
sense.
knew his plan, like, I don't think Dracula would have played into his pawn ship anyway. Like, you purposely put me in a body with my sufferer.
Well, it's supposed to drive him insane, but the motivation was for the villain was just stupid. They followed the game, it was great, and then they tried to veer off to it, and it was awful, just just awful. What else did
The
I
best thing.
finish?
Oh, what else did you
Oh,
finish?
what was you gonna say? The best thing is what?
Best thing to see again was Alucard, Belmont, and Cipher again
Yeah,
together.
that was
That was
cool, but
funny.
that did make me laugh. It had some good jokes, but
Right. It did
it
make
was
me laugh.
just
When they came in, I'm like, oh, okay, that was kind of cool. Okay.
yeah, it was just the villain's whole motivation ruined everything. That and there's too many
I agree.
goddamn characters and too many stories going on at the same time. I really didn't give a fuck about the Forge Masters. I don't know why they had their own story.
You remember? I told you. I'm like, don't you remember the Forge match? You're like, who?
I
I don't
forgot
know.
all about them. I forgot about that whole vampire society of women and the Forge Masters. I forgot all that storyline. Could have
Yeah.
was not important at all.
Yes, you did. So funny. What else did you finish?
Um, what else did I finish? I don't remember what it was I finished. Oh, I know what it was. It was actually
Hmm.
it was a video game. I was watching. Yeah, I remember now. I was watching Markiplier play Resident Evil 7. That was the other thing I finished. I was like, I know I finished something this week. Yeah, I was watching that because I had
Is
never
that the
played
new
Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil?
No, that was the one 2 years ago, which I never played.
Oh,
My brother was playing it, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna play it when he's done, and then I never got around to it. So I was like, oh, let me just see what the story was. It's a pretty good story too. The new one came out, Resident Evil
It
8. That
looks
one came out.
creepy. That looked creepy. With yeah.
And they're expanding off of the whole zombie thing.
Nope, creepy.
So it's been a while since we've been here. Probably like a month. Because there was just a bunch of movies that we really didn't really, it was just, I don't know, it just didn't feel like, there was no motivation to review them. They were just kind of there.
Right.
I mean, we did record something, but that episode was so bad, it will never see the light of day. I refuse to air that ever.
I don't
Ever.
remember what it was.
It's not even going in archives. That review was so boring. Boring. I was tired. Robin was tired. You can hear it. It was a mess. However, since we did record something, I put a little montage together of the best parts. So I am going to play that for you right now. This is pretty much the highlights of what you missed out on.
And now for something completely different.
Speaking of interesting movies, let's get to today's movie.
Mm-hmm.
Those Who Wish Me Dead, starring Angelina Jolie and Aidan Gillian. Or Gillen? Is that how you pronounce it? Gillen or Gillian? Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
You know, I didn't realize that was Littlefinger till like a day later. I'm like, what? That guy.
I love him. He plays a villain in this. And I love when he plays a villain because he's... I don't know, just something about his demeanor when he's playing a villain is just so perfect. No matter what villain he's playing. Because he doesn't play them all the same, but he has a certain demeanor about him.
Do you know what I learnt losing that duel? I learnt that I'll never win. Not that way. That's their game. Their rules. I'm not going to fight them. I'm going to fuck them. That's what I know. That's what I am. And only by admitting what we are can we get what we want.
And it's just fucking amazing. But yeah, he was the main villain, and yes, Angelina Jolie was the star. It was pretty good actually. It was pretty good. It's based off a book.
It is?
Yeah, the book was written by Michael Korta? Korita? Koryta. I have no idea what year the book was written. I don't feel like looking it up either. But yeah, it was based off a book. Which is why it was pretty good, actually.
Right, like it was pretty good.
Yeah, the basic story is a fire jumper. That's what they're called, right? Fire jumpers?
I thought they were like forest fire.
Yeah, but they're called fire jumpers, right? Because they jump out of planes into the fire to fight it.
I'm looking now. 'Cause...
I'm just gonna call it a fire jumper who suffers from PST.
Smoke jumpers.
Smoke jumpers. Okay, yeah, smoke jumpers. That's what it is. Yeah, a smoke jumper, played by Angelina Jolie, who suffers from PTSD, happens to run into a kid who's being hunted down by assassins. So, of course, yeah, she's trying to get the kid to safety before the assassins can get her. That's the basic premise of the movie. I actually I always enjoy Angelina Jolie when she's not playing an action hero. And she wasn't playing an action hero in this one, so she was actually really, really good. She's good at everything except playing an action hero. That's the only time she pretty much sucks. I don't know what it is. It seems like it's almost like she tries too hard when she plays an action hero. But whenever she plays any other roles, she feels more natural. She's never played an action hero that I didn't believe she was that character. It always feels like she's trying. So it's an hour and 40-minute movie? Yeah, it's about an hour and 40-minute movie, and it flows pretty well. There is one part where it's kind of dragged. But other than that one part, it flowed pretty well. Special effects were good. Did I tell you I rewatched before we continue on? Did I tell you I rewatched the Snyder Cut?
No, you did not.
I rewatched it on the QLED, right? So after watching it a second time, yeah, Wolfbane, Steppenwolf's, I keep calling him Wolfbane, Steppenwolf,
Yeah.
wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It actually looked better on the QLED. I realized what the problem was, and it's the background. In certain scenes, the background is faded and grainy, and Steppenwolf isn't. It's like the background doesn't look like it was made for 4K, but when you look at Steppenwolf, okay, put it like this: Steppenwolf pops while the background is grainy in the background. That was the problem in certain scenes, especially in the Amazon scenes. When you look at it when you look at Steppenwolf in the outside, and he looks really funny, it's because he's popping while the background is grainy. I didn't realize it until I saw it on the QLED. So I'll take back my statement on the Steppenwolf. This one was better than the Whedon version. Everything else was exactly the same. Well, everything else I said stands. All right, back to this movie though. So yeah, the special effects were really well done.
Yeah, it was. Like,
yeah, I didn't see any bad green screen effects really. The action scenes were well done. The focal point of the movie, the Griffin, the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin of the movie was a sound MacGuffin. It made sense. It was just over. It's really well done, really well written. The acting is great. Special effects are really good. It's a good movie. It's better than those other movies we watched over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
what? Like, honestly, I'm gonna include the Stowaway too. They took 5 movies to get a gem. Okay.
In either direction. Yeah, it was much better than the other movies. Because the other movies we watched over a couple of weeks, they were just like, meh.
Yeah, man.
It's like, it was all right. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. But this one was actually really, really good. I think I enjoyed this more than Mortal Kombat, actually.
I think I did too. And I'm like, towards the end of it, I realized, wait, is that Frank Castle? Is that the Punisher?
Oh my God, you didn't realize that?
No, I did not realize. He's a good actor.
Yeah, what's her name was in this too?
Oh, the Beast from X-Men.
John Berthel. John Berthel was in it as well.
He's so adorable. I'm like, oh, Beast being a bad boy, okay.
Well, he's not the Punisher, he's Shane. He will forever be Shane.
He's Frank Castle to me.
And that's right, Nicholas Hoult. He was in it as well. I forgot. I couldn't figure out who that was. Yeah.
It's his little baby face.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out who it was. Yeah, I couldn't remember who that was. Yeah, Nicholas Hoult. All right, so yep, this is when we're gonna get into the details. All right, so the movie starts out. Wait, how did this movie start out?
It starts out. Let me see what I put in my notes. Let me see if I even got that in my notes.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
It started out with them in the
Angelina
fire.
Jolie's
Yeah, they were fighting the
flashback?
fire. Yeah, it was a
Okay,
flashback
yeah.
or a dream. One of the two. Yeah, it starts out with Angelina Jolie. They're in the middle of this fire, and her crew in the middle of this fire. And then you see one of the guys, he catches on fire. And then you see a bunch of kids running, and then she wakes up. Then we go to, Littlefinger and the Beast show up at somebody's house, murder them, and then blow up the house. And then they're off to, this was in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
No, it wasn't in Jacksonville, Florida. It was in
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And they mentioned that they were on their way to Jacksonville.
It was a nice house too. I was like, wow.
I'm sorry, you gotta be shitting me, woman.
No, I'm sorry. Even before that, because after she wakes up, then she goes to that thing.
That survival.
It's the ceremony. The smoker jumper ceremony, when they were inducting new inductees. And yeah, this was actually a really good scene because this is how, okay, so even though we didn't do the review on the Stowaway, there was at one point we was talking about the Stowaway, and like in the first 20 minutes, they were trying to do camaraderie, but nothing happened. It was just random mishmash talk that wasn't interesting. Here, they did it the way you were supposed to do it. You was actually interested in it. They talk like people actually talk to each other who know each other, like you would talk to somebody in real life. The camaraderie seemed real. They joked back and forth. This is how you do. You got to establish. They got to establish each person's personality through this conversation, and every single one of them had a different personality. Everyone was introduced. You get to find out who. This is how you do camaraderie right here. This is how you spend 20 minutes setting up your characters without introducing them in the narrative way. What they did in Stowaway was just boring monologuing. And you found you didn't understand anything they said about themselves or each other. None of it was memorable. And then that's when they cut to the assassins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after they kill those people, they head to Jacksonville, Florida. And then we cut back and Angelina Jolie does this weird, crazy stunt with a parachute off a truck and gets arrested for it. And then we cut back to those guys. And okay, that special effects was pretty bad.
Yo,
I will say, that parachute special effects was pretty bad.
She looks like a rag doll.
That was the only bad effect in the movie. That one was actually pretty bad. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Like, I'm not even sure what it looked like. Like, it kind of looked like an Xbox video game back in 2000. Not Xbox, but Xbox 360. It looked like back in the latest days before Xbox came out, kind of like Grand Theft Auto. Or maybe Grand Theft Auto 4 graphics. So yeah, that was a bit wonky. But other than that, the special effects was good. That's right. He didn't arrest it. He just took her back home. I was like, did he? At first I said, yeah, he arrested her. No, he didn't arrest her. He just took her home, right? She didn't spend the night in
gave
jail.
her like a little speech.
Yeah. She didn't spend the night in jail.
I'm like, he all up in her face. I'm like, did they have chemistry? And it turns out that's his ex-girlfriend. I'm like,
Yep. So then we cut to this family in Jacksonville who hears about the explosion, which happened to be a district attorney that was killed. And since he was the whistleblower, the guy watching the TV in Jacksonville, he grabs his son and takes off. He knows Shane because they were I guess it was a club? Survivalist club?
Survivalist club. That's his brother.
It was a club, right? Oh, that's right. It was his brother-in-law. That's what it was. Yes, that was his brother-in-law. So he drives to Montana to look for his brother-in-law to help him out because he knows the assassins are after him now. The assassins eventually get him on his way there. They figure out where he's going and catch him on the road. He ends up getting killed, and his son escapes. But before his son escapes, he wrote down all the information he knows that he was going to give to the district attorney and gives it to his son and tells him to give it to someone he trusts. That's when he runs into Angelina Jolie. They do the whole yada, 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 don't trust you, nah, I have no choice, blah, 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 nonsense. Eventually tells her she's trying to get him away. Meanwhile, the assassin's boss, played by Tyler Perry.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I'm like, is that Tyler Perry being brooding over there?
He wasn't very good at it, I'll tell you that much.
I'm like, Medea?
He needs to stick to being Medea and a good guy, because he sucks as a villain.
Yeah, I ought to shank you.
And he's better as a good guy, definitely.
He did not look intimidating at all. He didn't sound intimidating at all. He just sounded official. I was like, yeah, villain is not your forte, my friend. Just stick to Medea and the good guy with all the advice for his best friend, the sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he tells him to go kill the kid or make sure the kid's dead. So they go to Shane's house, pretending to be FBI agents, but Shane's wife, who is pregnant, by the way, is smart, so she doesn't fall for that. She manages to escape after burning Littlefinger's face off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
when I saw that part, I'm like, because after watching, what was it?
That was tense. I'm not even gonna lie, that was tense. Right? I didn't know what was gonna happen to her.
They were gonna freaking what's that thing with the fireplace? Gorge her eye out.
Yeah, I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like it was really really tense. Like there was a lot of stuff going on in that situation. Yo, I had no idea what was gonna happen.
Right. And
It
then after
was
watching that Michael B. Jordan movie and they killed the pregnant lady, I was really rooting for her to like, how is she gonna get out of this?
yeah,
Wow,
it was a tense situation. That had me on the edge of my seat.
so good.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I skipped the boring part. This is when it got boring. Forgot about this part. This is when it got boring. This is way before they even before the father and the kid even got near into Montana, before they even came close. Because of the situation, this is when you find out that the little boys you saw running in the fire got killed. It was three boys. They all died. They burned to death. She couldn't do anything about it because she was trapped in the fire herself, so there was nothing really. She couldn't get to them. She couldn't help the guy who ran off because he panicked because they had fireproof blankets, I guess, that they use. He ran off. He got panicked. He caught on fire. So they gave her a psych evaluation 3 days after that happened, which she failed. So they stick her in this tower. We have to sit and watch her in this tower for like good 10 minutes. Between her and the tower and the father and son driving to Montana, it took up a good 10 minutes. And it was boring and it
Right.
dragged. I fell asleep. And I said, "Oh, time to turn this off." This is why I could not finish this movie in one sitting.
Ah,
I literally fell asleep for like 2 minutes. I was like, "No, I can't do this," and I turned it off.
I was just like, why is this kid skeptical of his own father? What did you do? What did you do wrong? Did you do the right thing? Like,
Yeah, it was boring. It dragged. The only thing that was important was the tower got hit by lightning. That was the only important thing. So yeah, and that went on for a good 10 minutes. Now imagine how boring it must have been for me to fall asleep within a 10-minute time span. Like I couldn't get through 10 minutes of boredom. I literally passed out. But that was the only boring part of the movie. So yeah, we fast forward to where they're at the house. Meanwhile, oh yeah, before they even went to the sheriff's house, they set the woods on fire
some jack shit, man.
to keep everybody busy while they hunt for this kid.
Of
So
guilt
while they're
on
over at the
B's
sheriff's
face.
house, while they're over at the sheriff's house dealing with the wife, Angelina Jolie is walking her way to town when they run into the fire, and she's like, "No, we can't go that way." And they go back to the tower, assuming that someone's going to come pick them up because she never radioed in the fire, and they're going to wonder why. So they're going to send a chopper to see. That was the logic behind that, which makes sense. So they go back to the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Shane goes home. I forgot why he went home.
Because the wife, because Littlefinger was like, radio your husband,
Right. So
and she
at one
psyched
point
him
she
out.
made
She
him
used
call
a
them.
code word,
Yeah,
and
she used
he
a
knew
code
to
word,
come
and he knew to
home.
come home. Right. So then they take him hostage, telling him that they have a third man with them, which they don't, and they have his wife. So when she's going to die if he doesn't do what they say. So now they're using him to track down the kid. He gets to the tower. Angelina Jolie sees them coming, asks the kid if that's them. He says yes, so they start hiding. He tries to play it off, but the dumbass is running his mouth
Yo, what?
blatantly
That's
instead of
like,
like
make it
keeping it
look like you're
really short.
leaving. Thing they're talking to yourself, dummy.
Yeah, he was literally standing at one space having a conversation. So they start shooting up the place. Jolie and the kid take off. Shane's shot up. Then his wife shows up. She managed to kill Littlefinger. And then Beast goes into the woods chasing them down. Now they have to go through the fire, so now they're heading to the fire. This man whooped Angelina Jolie's ass. What he did.
Mm-hmm.
He beat the living shit out of her. Which is why this was good, because she wasn't trying to be an action hero. So it was believable. But eventually they beat him. He ends up getting killed in the fire. They survive by jumping in a lake and staying underwater. Which I don't know if that would really work, but whatever.
I thought, like, wouldn't the water get hot?
Yeah, I don't know if that actually works. But I wasn't going to question it because it was kind of a clever way to get them out of the fire. So even if it doesn't work, it worked for me. And once they're rescued, Shane dies. Once they're rescued, um, oh yeah, news reporters come and it cuts off with the kid about to tell what it was that his father was exposing.
And I like that they left that out, but at the same time, I really want to know because Beast and Littlefinger, they were like on some military grade uniform stuff. Like, and Tyler Perry's like, if the world found out about it, it'd be catastrophic. I'm like, what was it?
It didn't
But
matter. It was a MacGuffin, so it didn't matter.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's like in Pulp Fiction. It was a MacGuffin. It doesn't matter what was written on that paper. It was just a device to keep the movie moving forward, and it worked. So yeah, that was Those Who Want Me Dead. Really, really good movie. Good. I was gonna say action flick, but it wasn't really an action flick. More of a drama. No, action drama.
Like I took into survival classes.
You take survival classes.
For me and something definitely and a fun mom daughter activity.
Yeah, so that was Those Who Wish Me Dead. Nothing really bad to say about it other than a couple of things I mentioned. It was actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Angelina Jolie did a good job. Everyone did a good job acting. Even that kid, which is the first time I'd ever seen him, but
A really good kid. I was really can I trust you? Are you someone I can trust? I'm like, oh wow, that was good. That was good.
I was impressed how he got snot bubbles coming out of his nose on cue.
Right, like
Yeah. This is a really good movie. So this is a good one. Check it out. Check it out. So Robin, what's in the news?
Yum, 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 yum. Sisimia, sisimia, sisimia. Quang, quang, quang. Quang, 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 quang. Quang, 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 quang. Breaking news.
in cool news, rapper J. Cole's drops his album. I didn't get to listen to everything, but he makes his debut in the African Basketball League the same weekend as his album drops.
Who? What?
J. Cole?
Who the hell's that?
You don't know J.
I don't listen to
Cole?
no new music. Who the hell is that?
He's been out since let me see, when did I get into college? 2009?
You know I don't listen to no new music. Who the hell is that?
Jermaine Cole, Friday Night Lights. He was signed under Jay-Z.
Nope. No idea who that is.
He's kind of like Kendrick
Play a song.
Lamar. Okay, let me play a song for you.
I'm like, I have no idea who that is. I've never heard that name in my life.
So as I'm getting the music, it's pretty amazing. Like, I don't think that's ever happened. He's on the cover of like a sports magazine.
So wait, he's playing basketball now?
For Africa team.
Oh, for Africa team.
Yeah, so he's still playing his music, doing music and everything, but now he's like in the African League. Let me see. Nothing on the new album. I have to play you something old. Hold on. Okay, let me play from his first album. TV was like mainstream.
Cold world.
Whole world.
Can't get enough. Can't get enough. East side, west side, worldwide. Ride out. Nah, I ain't got no kids yet, but this right here's for practice. I hate to get the seats in the bins wet, but
Nope.
that's how good your
No.
I know that beat he's using. This song? Nope.
That's so bad.
I know the beat he's using.
Oh goodness. And that
He's using the beat to that clap song.
yes.
I sound like I know the beat he's using. I don't know that song. I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
Oh my god.
So
You should look him up. He's pretty but he's playing for Rwanda.
Well, I don't give a shit. He could be playing for Wakanda. I don't know him. Next.
I believe you don't.
And none
That's
of that
like
shit was impressive.
major.
None of those songs was impressive either.
And people have been waiting for his album for years. It's like how they're waiting for Rihanna's album.
I know Rihanna.
Well,
I
she's
don't know
working
this
on
guy, so
her new 5 years, so everyone's looking forward to that. I'm just stunned.
what was her last? What was the songs on her last album?
Let me see.
Was Umbrella on her last album?
No, she had an album after that.
So the album after that was her last album. That's what I was trying to figure out what
I
was on her
think so.
last album.
I know it was 5 years ago was her last recording album. So.
What was the song? Whoa, what was the popular song on that album? I probably heard that. I bet you I know that one. The
I'm
popular
very
one
sure
on that
you heard
album.
that one. Yeah. Here, let me pull it up. What's wrong, kitty? You hear the cat?
Oh yeah, I had a cat.
Work. Okay. I know you know. Everybody,
Okay.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah, I know. So I'm saying, who the fuck? I don't even remember this guy's name. And you just said it. I still forgot his name just like that. I don't give a shit. What else we got?
Here's an Italian woman accidentally gives shots of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Wait, what?
Accidentally given 6 shots of the COVID-19 vaccine.
Oh, 6 shots.
6 shots. Accidentally given, 6 shots of the COVID-19 vaccine.
I think it cut out because it's like accidentally given shots. I'm like, what?
A 23-year-old woman who was mistakenly 6 doses of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine has been discharged from the hospital where she was being monitored. The woman, who was in good health with no underlying conditions, was administered the vaccine at a hospital in Tuscany. A healthcare worker accidentally filled a syringe with an entire bottle of vaccine containing 6 dosage and realized her mistake.
How do you accidentally fill it with an entire bottle?
I don't know. It's her first day being a person in the hospital. That doesn't.
If you're told to put certain amount of a bottle in there, how do you put the whole bottle in there? How is that an accident?
I don't know. That's
like if I say to you, I have a bottle of water. Take a quarter. Take a quarter of that bottle. Okay, maybe you'll take half or a third. How do you take the whole bottle and then say, "Oh, that was an accident"? The bottle is empty.
6 are contained in 1 dosage. That's interesting. Maybe she didn't know that, but she should have known that. Like, I don't know. That's some real jacked shit. And she realized her mistake after the shot was administered.
But yeah, because you said she put the whole bottle in the syringe, right? That's what it's.
Yep. Filled a syringe with an entire bottle of the vaccine.
So how do you do that by accident? There's no way you can do that by accident. You can put too much in there by accident. You can put too little in there by accident. You cannot put an entire bottle into a syringe by accident. Something is not right about that story.
Doctors will continue to monitor the patient's immune response to the massive, quote, the massive dose of vaccine, unquote.
Something is not right about that story. You can't accidentally put an entire bottle into something. That's not an accident. You're told not to put an entire bottle. So if you empty the bottle, there's a problem. Which means she had to open that bottle to begin with.
I'm telling you, that's insane. I don't know. Live under a rock after that.
There's either something wrong with that story or the person who wrote that story doesn't know how to write. Because the only way that would make sense is if she was already using a bottle if she used a bottle that had already been opened and accidentally put the rest of the bottle thinking it was less than it was. But then you're still not giving a person a whole bottle. So it's either there's something fishy with that story or whoever wrote that story does not know how to write. One of the two, because that makes no sense.
Read it, make sure I read it right.
Accidentally give somebody a whole bottle? You can't accidentally give somebody a whole bottle.
Yeah, a healthcare worker accidentally filled a syringe with an entire bottle of the vaccine. Yep, containing 6 dosage.
Yeah. Something is wrong with that story. It's either the writer or the story the lady's telling, but something's not right. Something is definitely not
Oh,
right
not
there.
right.
Accidentally my ass a entire bottle. You cannot accidentally empty a bottle.
You are correct. It does not compute.
But anyway, moving along.
For any of you lucky listeners in Ohio, Ohio is giving away 1 million to 5 Ohioans. That's weird, Ohioans who have received the COVID-19 vaccine. This weekly lottery
They're giving away what?
in Ohio,
Oh, 5 lottery
$5
tickets.
million lottery ticket. Well, lottery tickets to 5 Ohioans. So they're trying to push people to get vaccinated. Potentially, you'll be drawn into a lottery if you take a vaccine.
How many people you think will actually go get the COVID vaccine to get that
So
lottery
as
ticket?
of now, they have 42% of their total population vaccinated. And the money is coming from the federal COVID relief fund. I don't think they should be using that fund
So
for that.
okay, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on this because it's at 42%. Let's see if it exponentially goes up or it just goes up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that they should not fund for that, but up.
You are just like cutting in and out, off and on so
That's
badly.
terrible. And I'm right next to the.
Like right then, you just cut out.
That's so annoying.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. And I really like literally I sighed just like having to report this. I don't know if you guys heard about what's going on in the Middle East with the Gaza Strip.
Oh yeah, they started fighting
Yeah.
again. As soon as they got the vaccines, they just went straight back to fighting.
The day has finally come. You've received a second dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, but now what?
Annihilate! Kill!
Right, like y'all don't have nothing else to do.
No, they really don't.
Other news. India is already going through it with COVID. Like they have no oxygen there. The prime minister
They have no
is
what?
just no oxygen for breathing. Like they have no more oxygen. Running low on oxygen. People have COVID.
Oh, you mean
It's
like
really
oxygen
bad.
tanks?
Yeah, oxygen tanks. Yeah.
I'm like, what? I mean, they have no oxygen. What are you talking about? Like, there's just a big dust cloud of COVID surrounding India.
It seems though because the race is crazy.
Like a
and the prime
thunderdome of COVID over India. They have no oxygen. Just India, just a dome over India full of COVID. They have no clean oxygen. Like, what? Oh, the great COVID dome of 2021.
cough, cough, cough. You need an oxygen tank.
I guess they didn't do their part. They didn't hold their breath.
Yeah, so it's been terrible over there. The prime minister is just ignoring the issue. And
Kill myself.
yesterday,
Literally.
they got hit with the strongest cyclone to ever hit the West Coast. Like, so they're dealing with terrible COVID.
A cyclone of COVID?
That is,
Inside the COVID dome. The COVID dome of death. It's like the dome Khan was in.
It's funny too.
Only filled with COVID. Oh, oh God. Oh shit! I'm crying over here. COVID dome. Can you get beyond the COVID dome?
Take a breath, man.
That's too funny. Oh, I'm crying. Oh shit.
Here's another one. I'm like, I mean, this is a no duh type situation, but they really have to do studies to figure that out. Long
so,
working hours
so
are
is there
killing.
oxygen in the eye of the COVID-nator?
Or the cyclone.
The COVID-nator? Is there fresh oxygen in the middle? Oh,
Oh my god.
Does it bounce off the wall of the COVID dome and just go back? Okay, I think I'm done now. Can you dig under the COVID? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Oh man.
Chris Jericho's next tour is going to be in the COVID zone. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, now I think I'm done with the COVID dome.
You're fine.
Oh.
This article is like kind of like a no duh, and I can't believe they actually had to do like waste their time with studies for this. Long
I should have been
working
studying the
hours.
COVID dome.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I get what you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Long working hours are killing hundreds of thousands of people a year. Who says?
Oh.
The World Health Organization. No duh. Killing people through stroke and heart disease. No duh. Probably mostly in this country. So I just have to comment. That's just a no duh situation. Take a break. But this country just makes you feel bad about going on a vacation. It's like, or going on a 15-minute break. They then make you about it.
Oh, my chest hurts.
Laughing so hard. But yeah, that was just a no duh. But I don't to end it off. Remember all those destination flights we were talking about?
The flights to nowhere?
Yeah, flights to nowhere. So they just did this one I would do. A flight to nowhere to see the supermoon sells out in record time. That's pretty cool.
The supermoon? What the hell's a supermoon?
You know when the moon is like super close to Earth and stuff, it looks so huge and like orangey.
Okay, explain this because it's not making sense to me.
So Qantas is offering a new flight to nowhere that will give travel-starved Australian residents the chance to admire the late May supermoon, a full lunar eclipse, and a full lunar eclipse.
Oh, when's the lunar eclipse?
I guess we won't be able to see because it's down in Australia, the one that they'll be able to see.
Lunar eclipse is a lunar... Oh, well, no, it does. Wait, no, a lunar eclipse is a lunar eclipse.
No, I think the angle or time of year, only certain countries can see it based on your angling of the sun and the moon that day.
So when we had our eclipse, we were the only ones that could see it?
For that one that we were able to see, majority of the world was able to see that. But there's lunar eclipses that happen like often, but we just can't see it from our end.
Okay.
Off, but maybe this one. But yeah, pretty much a supermoon is just like, you know, have you ever driven or been outside where the moon just looks so big and orangey?
Every time there's a full moon? Well, I guess in the summer... Wait, I don't know. Maybe.
Sometimes in the
yeah,
summer
sometimes
you
it
might
does
see
look
yeah.
bigger, yeah.
It happens in the summertime a lot. Like that's when it's ranged closest to the Earth, and sometimes it turns orangey or like a pinkish hue or orangey hue because the light from the sun is directly reflecting off of it.
Well, that has nothing to do with how close it is. The color.
It just makes it look cool. Like
So
sometimes
I was like,
that
what's a
doesn't
super
happen.
move? Well, I'm like, I was like,
Yeah,
what's a super?
pretty,
So wait, where are they going?
so from over 400, well 40,000 feet in the sky
Oh, so they're
over
just
to
going to be
see
in
it.
the plane.
Yeah,
So wait. Flights to
they're
nowhere,
going
you're
for a
just
joyride.
yeah. So flights to nowhere are just in a plane.
Some of them are like some of the flights to nowhere are like Love Connect, those other ones I was telling you about. Like you literally meet someone on the plane or
But there
something.
are
But
there are flights to nowhere that just drop you off somewhere. You have
yeah,
nowhere
to
to be.
just drop you
Okay,
off somewhere, gives you an itinerary random, and they just drop you off somewhere.
okay. I'm like, I don't want to just fly around in a damn plane. That's no fun. It's just
Literally, and the plane ride is for 2.5 minutes to be exact.
oh, that's bullshit. I ain't doing that shit.
No, sorry, they were snatched up, as in they were sold in 2.5 minutes.
Oh, I thought you said the plane ride itself was 2.5.
Yeah,
Like
I thought
what?
that's
You go
two,
up
but
there,
no, they
for
were
2 minutes,
sold
and then you come
out.
down. Like what?
Yeah, they were sold out within 2.5 minutes.
You reach
So they
30,000 feet. You now have 2.5 minutes to look out the window before we land. Like, hell no, I ain't paying for that. Who the fuck would pay for that?
oh, funny.
I still wouldn't pay for that, though. I don't want to be in a damn plane.
Yep, just looking at the moon.
I thought they were going to land someplace that makes it like a high altitude area.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah, where it's closer to look at. That would make sense. Who the hell wants to sit inside a damn plane and look at the moon? Who the hell? Apparently, some people do. Unless,
Yep.
like me, they misunderstood what it was the first time. But there's nowhere in hell I'm sitting in a plane and look at a moon.
Oh.
And now you don't even know how long that flight is.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably just going for
Probably
the
an
ride.
hour. It's probably an hour.
Plane ticket for an hour to go up, stay up there for a bit, and go back down.
It's probably an hour, 2 at the most.
Mm-hmm.
If it was here, it would be a flight from here to New Jersey and back all night. That's what it would be. You go up there for an hour, you land in New Jersey. They pick up passengers to Jersey. They go up for an hour, they land in New York. Back and forth until the morning. That's exactly, well, at least until a certain hour. That's probably what it is. I guarantee you that's what it is. That's exactly what they do. They fly up, they stay for an hour, and land in the next town over. And then pick up those people over there and go back. That's bullshit. 2 hours at the most. 2 at the most.
2 hours later.
I ain't paying for that. And you know they're hella expensive too. I ain't paying for that.
Right, but
if they land somewhere nice and you can walk around, you don't have to actually look at the moon if you don't walk to. You can walk around, look at that would make more sense. Just flying in the air. And then you're trapped too. Suppose you don't like the person you're with. Suppose you and that person you're with getting in an argument. Where y'all gonna go?
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
You're stuck on the goddamn plane. I don't know. I guarantee you, if one of those flights, people are gonna be arguing, and everybody gonna be looking at them arguing instead. Watch. That's a bad idea, my friends. Bad idea.
Here's an ironic story. University president resigns after
Can you imagine?
plagiarizing.
Wait, can you imagine you and your boyfriend get to a flight while you're on a flight? You can't switch seats. What are you gonna do? Ask the stewardess, can we switch seats? Can you put me in a different seat with someone else?
Or you go up there to break up with someone.
There's nobody gonna go up that way. You go up there to break up with someone, you're a goddamn idiot. But you know, couples get into a fight. What are you gonna do? You can't switch seats. Flight's full. You're gonna ask some other couple to switch seats with you so because you having an argument? That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Oh man, we got to keep up to date on that because that's going to be funny. Trust me when I say that's going to be funny. Locking people in a plane for 2 hours on a destination to literally nowhere.
Going nowhere. You're just trapped up here.
Fuck!
What's next?
University president resigns after plagiarizing part of his graduation speech.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
In final news, they have finally literally legitly invented a jetpack. The Maritime Army is testing it out. It looks pretty cool.
I thought they already invented a jetpack umpteen years ago.
I thought they legit had one, but it was like water based, but this one's just like.
But it was still a jetpack.
Yeah,
doesn't matter if it was water based, it was still a jetpack. I'm like, I could have sworn we built a jetpack.
Yeah, you never seen it again. But they're going to use this jetpack designing for military purposes. Trying to make their own Iron Man come in, I guess.
That sounds interesting. I don't know how easy it is to maneuver a jetpack. Doesn't sound like it's that easy to do.
It does easy. Here, I'll send you the video of him hopping from.
Oh, they had a demonstration of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me see. I want to see how easy this is to maneuver. Yeah, it actually works pretty well. I sound like, how easy is it to maneuver a jet? Well, for one thing, it doesn't have handles on it, so it's connected to some gauntlets on his arms.
Like, I remember when they did that one. That looked like he couldn't control that. It just lifted you up in the air and that's it.
Yeah. This flies more like a drone. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. The only problem is it's not really combat effective because you have those giant gauntlets on your hand. How do you hold a gun?
Right.
That's the only thing. Those gauntlets covers up his whole hand. Like that's pretty much how he's controlling it. So unless they put like automatic rifles on it, I mean like turrets on it. Other than that, it's just kind of pointless. He's just flying around getting shot at. But we'll see. Maybe they'll do that. Who knows? Who knows what they have in mind? But jetpack is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having a jetpack.
It is pretty cool. Eventually, you probably will. Anyone could probably in the next few years. Going back on, I found what I meant to say about how much the India Prime Minister sucks during their COVID disaster. He is pushing for $1.8 billion in renovations to the Parliament Hall and to the country's leader's house instead of giving oxygen tanks to the thousands of people dying.
Well, yeah, he wants to make sure he doesn't get swept up in the COVID-NATO. That goes back and forth inside the COVID dome.
Oh my God.
He's reinforcing his house.
I guess so. But yeah, that's the news is meh.
Alrighty.
Nothing really.
Well, that's it for the day, I guess. Alright, plugs.
Pick a bad movie.
I don't choose the movie. I don't know what the movie's going to be until I watch it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And, we're doing recent movies, so, what comes out this week? Something comes out soon, actually. Oh, Corella. I wonder if we're going to order that.
Ooh, yeah.
I did kind of want to see that. Yeah, I did kind of want to see that. But no guarantees on that because I might not feel like paying for it. We got other stuff we got to pay for right now. I have more important stuff to spend money on. But maybe if I have enough left over, I'll go do some.
I'm sure there'll be other movies coming out that's free for all these streaming bloody platforms.
Yeah, but Cruella was the big one that I was thinking of. I know something was supposed to come out this week, but I don't remember what it was. I had looked up a list once, and I was like, I might watch that.
Did you wait, when did Tenet come out?
Tenet came out last year.
Oh wow.
I gotta watch that. I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, they added it to HBO.
Yeah. When I get a chance to sit down, I'm gonna watch it. I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of stuff I need to do.
Crunch time.
Yeah.
Yeah, look on Amazon Prime. I guess I'll look through too. Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, if you can find something, let me know.
Yeah, I'll look into it too. Yeah.
The thing is, though, it gets flooded with so many documentaries and television
right.
shows. It's like, where's a movie? Like, oh, this it's a fucking series. God damn it.
So many series.
That happens to me all the time. Like, oh, this looks interesting. Oh, it's a series, not a movie. Fucking hell. I'm like, oh, what about this one? Another goddamn documentary? Fuck you. Like,
Watch Love, Death, Robots.
I saw season 1. I am going to get around to watching season 2. I saw they put that up. I might watch that tomorrow, actually. First season was interesting. It's pretty much Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, same thing, only an animated version.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you never seen them?
No.
Yeah, it's a bunch of short stories that have to do with love, death, and robots. Yeah, it's just an animated version of the Twilight Zone or Black Mirror. Bunch of different stories, different writers. Pretty good. Some of the stories are okay. Some of them are really good. I'm going to watch season 2 since they just put that out. Should be better than the damn Castlevania. All right, so plugs. You can follow me on Twitch at thedoctor_2477. You can follow me on on Twitter at DonPerignon77. Follow Cinemastrophe on Facebook, Cinemastrophe, YouTube, Cinemastrophe. It'll come up as Don Perignon, spelled Cinemastrophe. You can find Cinemastrophe's Cocktail Hour if you listen to this on YouTube, on any local podcast network. And that's about it. Oh, and you can email us at donperignon_v1@yahoo.com. Ask us anything you want to ask us. We'll answer somewhere or another. And that's it. Say goodnight, Robin.
Buenas noches.
Good night, everybody.